1 pizza, 8 meals, 20 minutes of actual work. If you've never been able to stick to meal prep, it's probably the recipes. They either take a lot of your free time or taste like cardboard. I've lost 75 pounds eating authentic pizza most days of the week. So in this video, I'll walk you through the dough, the sauce, the toppings, and exactly how to store and reheat each slice so it tastes just as good on Friday as it did on Sunday. Let's get into it. You probably think pizza dough sounds like a hassle. Trust me, I used to as well. Sticky dough that's impossible to work with, kneading for what feels like hours, and asking yourself if the dough will even rise.
Son of a bitch!
The good news is I have 2 foolproof methods that will get you a perfect dough every time. One requires a bowl, a spoon, and 8 minutes of your time, while the 3-minute method is great for when you are feeling extra lazy. And neither require any kitchen skills. Put a large bowl on a scale and add 420 grams all-purpose flour, 105 grams Vital Wheat gluten, 6 grams salt, and 7 grams instant yeast. Vital Wheat gluten is essentially the protein powder of the baking world. Same macros and tons of protein, but at a fraction of the price. That's why it's a staple in almost every protein pizza recipe I've created for my cookbook, Diet Cheat Codes. But there's something most people don't know. By itself, it's missing a key amino acid called lysine, which means it's not a complete muscle-building protein. However, we're topping this pizza dough with cheese and turkey pepperoni, which are both loaded with lysine. When you eat them together, the Vital Wheat gluten in the dough and the toppings team up to give you a complete protein, so you help push muscle growth with every slice. Now, you can swap out the Vital Wheat gluten for all-purpose flour. Just know that doing this removes about 80 grams of protein from the recipe. And that protein isn't just for building muscle, it also helps keep you fuller for longer, which makes fat loss way easier. Whisk the dry ingredients together, then pour in 340 grams warm water. Mix everything with a spoon until it starts to get difficult. When your forearm has a full pump, get your hand soaking wet. Squeeze and press the dough together until there is no dry flour remaining, making sure to get any dough off the sides of the bowl that may be sticking. And in less than 10 minutes, you'll have a dough that looks a little rough around the edges, but is going to do all the hard work for you while you relax. Factor, sponsor of today's video, is doing the same for lunch. Yesterday, Factor delivered 7 chef-crafted, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals straight to my door. Now all I have to do is choose what I have a taste for today, throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and I have a restaurant-quality meal ready to eat. They have rotating meals each week, so every meal is different, and you get to pick exactly what you want. I went with 2 of the new meals this week: the truffle butter chicken with mushroom risotto and the Southwest chicken salad. Both straight fire. And Factor has helped me lose nearly 20 pounds for my summer cut because they make it super simple to stick to my diet. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code E4CMFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code E4CMFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. E4CMFB50 at factor75.com. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. I know. I promised a 3-minute dough as well. For this one, just dump all your dry ingredients into a food processor and blend for 30 seconds. Then, slowly pour in the water while the blades keep spinning for an additional 30 seconds. Once the dough comes together, let it mix for 15 to 20 more seconds and transfer it to a bowl. Press in any leftover dry ingredients, and just like that, you've got a dough ready to rise. With this extra dough, I'm gonna make my barbecue chicken sheet pan pizza, also featured in Diet Cheat Codes, so I can have more variety in my meals this week. And no, I never get sick of eating pizza. Cover the bowl of dough and leave it somewhere warm while it takes a nap for 30 to 45 minutes. Pro tip: preheat your oven for exactly 60 seconds, then turn it off. This creates the perfect environment for your dough to rise and speeds up the rising process. Like this video. While we wait, I like to take care of the other two parts of this recipe. First, I'll take 5 minutes to shred an 8-ounce block of fat-free mozzarella and a 1-pound ball of part skim mozzarella. If you can get it, I think this Galbani brand tastes incredible, but any part skim mozzarella will work here. Throw our cheese in plastic bags and refrigerate. Then comes our super simple pizza sauce, made in as little as 60 seconds. The only 3 ingredients you need for the sauce are a can of tomatoes, olive oil, and salt. But I usually add these other ingredients as well because the flavor of the sauce goes up several notches. Grab a can of crushed tomatoes, these Cento ones taste great, and dump about 75% into the container you will store the sauce in. This will make it easier to mix all the added ingredients together. Then add 10 grams olive oil, 5 grams salt, 6 grams garlic, 1 gram dried oregano, 15 grams granulated erythritol, and 1 gram MSG. Mix it until combined, add the rest of the crushed tomatoes, and mix again. And just like that, you've made the perfect homemade pizza sauce. Throw it in the fridge so those flavors have time to come together while the dough rises. Speaking of, it's been 30 minutes and you'll see the dough has risen beautifully and should look like this. It's time to give it a little strength with a simple stretch and fold. With a soaking wet hand, scoop under the dough to loosen it from the bowl. Stretch it up, fold it over itself, and give the bowl a quarter turn. Stretch it up again and fold it over itself. Repeat this process until the entire dough has been stretched. Flip the dough over and round it against the side of the bowl a few times. At this point, it should look like a 10 out of 10 dough ball. Cover it up and let it rest for an hour and a half to 2 hours in a warm place while you do absolutely nothing. And if it takes you longer than 2 hours to come back, don't worry about it. This dough is very forgiving. Now, grab your sheet pan and let's start forming the pizza. Add 16 grams of olive oil to the tray and spread it across the entire surface, including the sides. This not only keeps the dough from sticking, but also helps brown the bottom of the crust and gives it that signature crunch. I use these sheet trays for almost all of my cooking, but the dough was sticking to them more than I would like after baking, so I switched to these newer ones. If you already have these sheet trays, just to be cautious, I add an additional 10 grams oil to prevent any sticking. Take the dough out and let it hang for a few seconds so it naturally starts forming into a rectangle with gravity. Place it in the center of the pan and use your fingertips to gently press it outward. This keeps air pockets in the dough, making your pizza lighter and fluffier when it comes out of the oven. After a couple minutes, the dough should be stretched over 50 to 60% of the pan. The problem is, now when I try to stretch it more, it just snaps back. Like this. Every yeast-risen dough gets tight after a certain amount of stretching and needs time to relax. This will also give it another chance to rise. This is where the oven method I used earlier really comes in clutch and helps the dough relax faster. So let's cover the pizza up and let it chill for 15 to 20 minutes in a warm place. This quick break will give you a softer, thicker crust after it bakes. After 20 minutes, your dough should look like this, risen about 30 to 40%. Now that it's relaxed, take a couple of minutes and stretch it all the way to the edges of the pan until the entire pan is covered with dough. If the dough is still giving you any trouble, you can lift the dough up from each corner and let gravity stretch it out. Just make sure if you create any air pockets under the dough after doing this to push that air out. Now, depending on how long you let your dough rise over the last few hours or how humid and warm your room is, it might still be too tense to completely get the dough in the corners. The fix is simple. Let it rest another 10 to 15 minutes in a warm place and you'll be able to finish that last 5 to 10% of stretching. It's time to top the pizza, and the layering of ingredients is crucial for maximum flavor. And honestly, that's exactly how I create every recipe in Diet Cheat Codes. With maximum flavor. I want you to be able to eat pizza, burritos, and even cheesecake without sacrificing flavor or your goals. That's why thousands have not only lost weight, but kept it off using these recipes and have sent me unbelievable feedback. If you want new recipes early and a cookbook that never stops growing, check out the link in the description and use code E4CM for 10% off. Start by adding 450 grams of our sauce and spreading it out, leaving about 1 inch of crust all the way around the pizza. Up next, add 200 grams turkey pepperoni. Every inch of the pizza should be covered. No skimping on toppings here.
Now you're speaking my language.
In the thumbnail, I put the pepperoni on top so you can see them, but for maximum flavor, you want them between the sauce and the cheese. Now evenly spread out 224 grams fat-free mozzarella. On its own, fat-free mozzarella tastes like cardboard, but as the pizza cooks between the turkey pepperoni and the 310 grams part skim mozzarella we add next, the fat from both will melt directly into the fat-free cheese, which will give it a ton of flavor and you won't even know it's there. Now throw the pizza onto the bottom rack of a preheated 450 degree oven for 18 to 22 minutes or until the cheese is perfectly browned to your preference. Placing the pizza near the heating element at the bottom of the oven is going to help ensure we get a browned, crispy bottom with maximum flavor. As an added bonus, if you have a pizza steel, you might as well use it. It transfers heat through the bottom of the pan so much faster, making the browning on the crust even better. And sweet baby Jesus, look at this masterpiece. It legitimately looks like you ordered it from a pizzeria. Slice it into 8 pieces and eat. To reheat, just pop a slice in a preheated 325 degree air fryer for 3 to 4 minutes and you have a meal ready all week long. But wait, even though this is the perfect meal for fat loss, none of it will matter if you make the same mistakes that I did during my 75-pound weight loss journey. So in this video here, I break down everything I wish I knew before losing 75 pounds and how to avoid falling into the same traps that cost me years of stress and a whole lot of stretch marks. Until next time, deuces.